Welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam, and I'm outside answering some questions, right? And the answer I have for you is nature. That's right. Nature is the answer. So, well, what's the question, right? It starts with, how are you feeling? If you're anxious, nature. If you're coping with depression, nature. Dealing with grief, nature. Dealing with trauma, nature, right? If you're having trouble with your sleep, nature. Maybe it's your metabolism. Try nature, right? Maybe you're wondering about your longevity, nature. Thinking about your gains, adding some strength. Start with nature. So, spending time in nature calms. And it's that act of calm, being surrounded by other living things, that reduces cortisol, which is our stress hormone, right? And if you can start to manage that, the other steps more easily fall in place. So, while spending time in nature, slow down and listen, right? At its core, time in nature is a distraction for all those things that are making you anxious about things that are upcoming. That time in nature just is a distraction. It's a release and a relief from those things that happened in the past that are making you feel depressed. And those things in our history, that trauma you're dealing with, is a weight, ever present. Slow down, spend time in nature. All right. So being mindful, taking time to breathe, and listen, and smell, and feel, connects with your calmer, ideal self. The self you want to be, where you're not governed and controlled by anxious feelings, sadness, grief, heartache, feeling of loss of control and alone. At a subconscious level, spending time outside in nature is a connection to other living things. You're surrounded by it, and those sounds and those smells and those feelings of the air moving are signs of life. You're not alone. No. And in the scope of scale of those living things, help give perspective. So, spending time in nature can simply being still and sitting at a park bench, on your balcony, on your front step. But the more access to a greater variety and diversity of other living things will help intensify and deepen the immersion. So there are all kinds of nature, whether it's a flower bed planted in front of the entrance to your workplace, your facility. Maybe it's a patch of lawn where employees are invited to spend time outside on a lunch break. Maybe it's a local park. Maybe it's time at the zoo. Go visit a butterfly garden. Depending on the time of year, nature can be a little more challenging to navigate. It can be a little more challenging to have access to, but there are plenty of indoor spaces that offer life. And so going outside is at the core of the title of this endeavor. It's at the core of what I do for a living. Time outside heals. And if I can spend time outside in nature, surrounded by coniferous trees, 20 minutes, I've got access to Phytoncides, which are the coniferous trees own volatile chemicals released on the air, part of their communication system, part of their own immune system, connects with ours, and help heal. So, walking in nature will help boost your metabolism. You don't have to go far. You don't have to do it intensely, but do it for about 20 minutes. Hey, if you can do 30 minutes or more, great, but start with 20 minutes. Just walk at a comfortable, safe pace. And if you want to feel more gains, then yeah, try some interval walking. Try navigating terrain differently. Try a little bit of weight. But the answer to affecting change starts with time in nature. It doesn't require a lot of effort, it requires time. So the persistence of dedicating time in your day to nature will help you get it. But it's the consistency of spending time in nature where you will start to feel the gains, start to notice the benefits. And that helps you keep it. And then that gratitude for your persistence and your consistency, and the gratitude of noticing the gains to your physical, mental, and emotional well-being help you take next steps to target your quality of sleep, to target your diet, to target your strength training, to target your longevity, and your emotional, mental, physical well-being. Right? So time in nature, noticing other living things has amazing benefits. Right? Taking time to notice. Yeah. Little activity on the lake behind me. And depending on when that time in nature is, will affect other parts of the experience. Sunrise and sunset give us access to different wavelength. Get some red light therapy. That's right. And if you can do it barefooted, now you're talking earthing or grounding, reconnecting your internal processes to the Earth's natural electromagnetic fields, connecting with your own bioelectric rhythms, gaining connection to the Earth itself. All right? Yeah. And if you can do some breath work while you're outside, increasing your oxygen intake, cleaner air, but also focusing on the exhalation, complete exhalation of carbon dioxide, right? That's what breath work does. Again, all these things will affect your circulatory system, the function of your internal organs, right? And depending on how you move, how long you move for, improves cardiovascular health. So nature, 20 minutes, 3 times a week, a couple hours, maybe as many as 5 per month. And if you can find time to spend 3 days in nature a year, that's part of a nature prescription, right? So nature is the answer. It'll help your memory, cognitive focus, problem-solving skills, your sleep, your digestion, metabolism, function of internal organs, improve your sleep. So many benefits spending 20 minutes moving in nature. But just find a sit spot, someplace that is safe and comfortable, someplace where you can listen, breathe, and smell, and feel. The answers will come, and the persistence will help you start the healing. Physical, mental, and emotional, spiritual, and that quality of life, that improvement in those states of being will have some financial gains as well. All right? Give you scope and perspective, time to focus on yourself, And that consistency will develop a habit, part of a healthy lifestyle. And in that act alone, spending time outside, moving in nature, will start to show the gains. Others will notice, and that will help you better target other aspects of your life that you may consider changing. But that habit is realistic, it's achievable, and you can do it with a little effort, a little persistence, help support the consistency, and in the gratitude, helps you focus on diet, strength, longevity, your emotional state, self-regulation, right? They all come with practices while participating in nature, like mindfulness, breath work, grounding, access to daylight, other living things. Nature is the answer. It takes about 20 minutes. Do it with intention. Do it for yourself. Do it for others in your life. You'll notice the difference soon. Days become weeks, weeks become months. And it'll be a new you, a healthier you in no time. So be persistent, be consistent, be grateful. I appreciate you. Thanks for taking time to watch. I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.